Hello and welcome everyone to another session, the A4Q Testing Summit edition 2025. I'm privileged to have with me Alex Bremer from CiView. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Debbie, and once again, thanks a lot here. It is once again a great pleasure to be here.
Oh, thank you, Alex. I'm going to get off stage very, very quickly and let you crack on, because I know that you've got a very interesting topic here, looking at the whole team approach from an ISTQB perspective, and looking at the DevOps perspective. I just want to say quickly to people, if they'd like to pop some questions into the comments box, please feel free to do so. If we can't respond directly during the session, then we will aim to come back to you and respond. Also, just to remind people that we always have our little bit of a competition for the best presentation, best speaker, and you can vote in the profile for Alex on the A4Q Testing Summit website. We'll give you some more information later. As always, we will record the session and it will be available on the A4Q YouTube channel. Alex, I'm going to go away and let you get on and sit back, everyone, and enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks a lot here. Yeah, once again, welcome everybody from my side. We want to have a look here to the topic how the whole team approach from ISTQB aligned with the DevOps team approach. And for this, I have here a little agenda. What do we want to look at? First of all, as you can see above me, I'm from the CiView, and I will give you here a very quick overview what we are doing and what I'm doing the whole day when I'm not in this presentation. Then we want to talk about teams, the whole team approach, DevOps teams. But firstly, let's start here with the question, what is a team? Then I want to have a look to the whole team on the one side and the DevOps team on the other side. And in this case, I want to have a look, what is DevOps in general and what are the characteristics from a whole team approach against here these DevOps teams? Or is it really an against or is it an alignment? Let's figure out here together. We will talk about autonomy, and firstly, I want to start with the question, what is autonomy? And then we'll have a look here to Henrik Knieberg's alignment enables autonomy metrics. When we are talking about a whole team approach, when we are talking about DevOps teams, we have to talk about competencies. So let's have a look here. What are the competencies profiles that we are in need of, and how can we combine these in a good approach? And the last one, I want to have a look to the Spotify organization model to have a look how can we, for one example, insert these in our organization. So let's have a look to the CiView. I'm a trainer and consultant at the CiView for now almost 3 years. And we are a training and consulting management company with 3 big pillars. We are talking about service management. So we are providing trainings, consulting for IT service management, IT governance, the DevOps part, and testing, requirements engineering. Beside the service management, we have also project management trainings here in our portfolio. And the third pillar here are the agile part, agile methodologies, transformation, but also agile management and leadership. So on the right side, you see here a link to our website, to our info center, where you can get here a lot of information over the CiView. But let's start here with a big question. What is a team? And therefore, I have here a look to the wisdom of teams by Katzenberg and Smith. And they said here a team is a small number of people with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose, set of performance goals, and approach for which they hold themselves mutually responsible. You see it here in a bold color. Well, we are talking about a common purpose. And when we are talking about a common purpose, the first thing that came to my mind is the golden circle from Simon Sinek, start with your why. So this will always be a good thing when we are forming a team, when we are talking about a team, to make some thoughts about what is our common purpose? Performance goals. We want to talk about a collaborational approach. Means everybody in a team should contribute to these performance and common goals. And mutually responsibility, we will see it later once again. But when we are talking about a DevOps team approach, when we are talking about a whole team approach, one thing that is very important is everybody should commit here to the quality. Everybody will be responsible for quality. But let's have here a look to the differentiation between ISTQB and DevOps. Here you will see on the whole team approach, any team member with the necessary knowledge and skills can perform any task, and everyone is responsible for quality. Also, you see here, once again, this quality aspect that everybody will have take the responsibility. We are one team. We are achieving the goal together, or we are failing together. But on the other side, we don't talk about these classical roles here anymore, because there is no role description. When you are gaining new knowledge over the time, when you are gaining new skills, you can perform the task that are here reflected by these knowledge and skills. And in a DevOps team, a collection of accomplished people possessing the essential complementary skills coming together for a common goal that needs completion. So common goal, collaborational approach, and one of these collaborational goals should be every time here quality. Before we looking deeper into the ISTQB whole team approach against these DevOps team approach, let's have a look here. What is DevOps? So I have here searched for an interview with Patrick Dubois, because Patrick Dubois is the father of DevOps. He coined the word DevOps itself. He said it takes him 10 plus years to come up with my own line definition of DevOps. It was not the intention to create DevOps, but Patrick Dubois originally wanted to have a look. How can we be faster when it comes to deployments and releases, and identified that when we are bringing together the developers with the operational part, there will be a speed up. And 10 years later, he found for himself, from my perspective, the best definition I found up till now. DevOps is whatever you do to bridge friction created by silos, and all the rest is engineering. So the big goal is to tear down silos. And when you see this definition, there are missing the words developers or dev or operations ops, because we are not only talking about developers and operations today. This was originally the idea behind it, to get faster. But today we talk about breaking down silos everywhere. We want to get rid of silos in the whole organization. Therefore, we have to work closely together with other departments or other team members in other parts. The rest is engineering. Doesn't mean that engineering isn't necessary. Of course, we need the engineering part. We're talking a lot about automation, get speed on it. But from a testing perspective, this automation is so sufficient for us, because you get a very quick feedback when we have here an automated testing available. But this is here the cherry on top of the whipped cream, on top of the ice. So engineering is important, but the basis is breaking down silos, this cultural approach to working closely together. When we are looking further here into this one, and so if you're doing technology just for the technology, and you're not trying to overcome some friction of the humankind, of siloing or group siloing, or information siloing as well, or whatever, then you're just doing the engineering part. And you're not, in Patrick Dubar's opinion, and also in my opinion, you're not doing the DevOps part. But let's have a look here to the characteristic of DevOps teams on the one side and the characteristics of the whole team approach. Well, a DevOps team should have here a high degree of independency. They are working together to achieving these goals, but without having here a manager which is strictly giving here command. So there we are in a DevOps team, we are not talking about command and control. We have here a lot of experts, and these experts will find the best way to solve your problems. Shared authority and responsibility for self-management. So when we're talking about these shared quality goals, the shared responsibility for quality or common goals, that doesn't mean when everybody is responsible for quality, nobody is responsible. No, you can't make here finger pointing and blaming and saying, yeah, I totally saw it was this person here. You are a team. Why did you let this flow? Why are you not getting here and intervene and talking together how you can overcome this one and deliver good quality? Accountability for collective performance, common goals, but also shared rewards. And a whole team approach, right off the syllabus of the certified tester foundation level. We want to work closely with other team members to ensure achievement of desired quality levels. You see here, there is an alignment. The DevOps team approach and the whole team approach want to have the same things, but the whole team approach out of ISTQB will focus a little more on these quality aspects. But when we are looking bigger into it, of course, we can say we want to work closely together to achieve common goals. Collaborate with business representatives. We have to work closely together, not only inside of our team, but also outside with business representatives, with a lot of stakeholders here. And when you remember the last slide, we are talking about friction, tearing down silos. And of course, when we are working together closely with business representatives, when we are closely working together with a lot of stakeholders, we are tearing down silos as well. Help them create suitable acceptance tests. So quality from the start, when we are looking to our testing levels from the start up to the end, over all levels, we want to make sure that we have the appreciate the desired quality level. Working with developers. Now, when we are working closely with developers, this is the same thing we want to do in DevOps teams. We want, or we need here, we will see it on the goals, we need in a DevOps team the right amount of skills, the right set of skills, working closely together to achieve here our set goals. In a whole team approach, we have to agree on test strategy. So when we are looking to the test manager in this case, responsible for the test strategy, he's not working in the basement alone in his room and working on the test strategy. We, all of us, the testers, the business representative, the stakeholders that we have to manage closely have to agree on the test strategy. This means in the creation, we have to start at least working here closely together with our stakeholders. And one thing that is important for DevOps teams, for the whole team approach, decide on test automation approaches. We are talking about test automation approaches. In my opinion, we don't have to talk about if we have to automate or not. The question would be, how do we want to automate, and to which level, to which degree do we want to automate here? So the goals on a DevOps team will be to develop and maintain an application or service from end to end, or in other words, from cradle to grave. we will have in a DevOps team an end-to-end responsibility. You build it, you run it, you fix it. When we are looking to the whole team approach, the goal will be allow various skill sets within the team to be leveraged for project benefit. Once again, we want to work together. We want to combine our team skills to leverage project benefits. So in my opinion, this is here a very good alignment. We can get the whole team approach right into our DevOps teams here. In this case, we have to talk about autonomy. But first of all, we want to have a look here. What is autonomy? And autonomy is independence or freedom. You can relate it to a self-governing community, which is not subjected to control from the outside world. To have a look here to these, what is autonomy, I want to have a look with you together to the six principles that we have in DevOps. First of all, you will see here the customer-centric action on the top left corner. Oh, it is imperative nowadays to have short feedback loops with real customers and end users. So we have to create here a mechanism to get quick feedback. On the one side, of course, customers and users, but over the whole deployment pipeline, we have to get here a quick feedback. And when we're looking to the principles of ISTQB, the earlier we're starting with testing, the cheaper will be getting rid of defects, and the faster we can get rid of defects. The next one is here, create with the end in mind. Now, the principle here focus on understanding the real needs of customer and working towards creating products and services that solve the problem. So we want to work backwards from our customers and want to create solutions, want to create software where we have the customer in mind. End-to-end responsibility. We had it here in the goal of a DevOps team. And in DevOps organization, teams are vertically organized so that they can be fully accountable for the product and services they are deliver. End-to-end responsibility means that the team holds itself accountable for the quality and quantity of services it provides to its customer. Accountability over the whole service or from end to end, from cradle to grave. These threes are very important. We will have a quick look to the other threes as well, but when we are talking about this whole team approach, when we are talking about DevOps teams, we want to focus here on the left side. But to be here fully, let's have a look to the cross-functional autonomous teams as well. Product organization with vertically fully responsible teams. The teams need to be fully autonomous throughout the entire life cycle of the product. Therefore, the teams should possess all the necessary expertise to take on the end-to-end responsibility. Continuous improvement. In a DevOps culture, a strong focus is put on continuous improvement to enhance the products, services offered to customers. Some of the improvement activities include minimizing waste. So here we will see a little lean approaches as well. We're talking about waste and optimizing speed, cost, and ease to deliver. And the last principle will be automate everything you can. We had it here already once, talked about automation. We want to automate here as much as possible to get rid of something that I like to call monkey work. Things they have to do, but they are so repetitive, so you will demotivate your team members if they only work on monkey work. Automation is synonymous with the drive to renew the way through which the team delivers its services. Extensive automation means having a deep understanding of the processes needed to develop and deliver the IT services. So as I said here, let's have a look to the left side. These three principles will be necessary, will be very important when we are talking about the DevOps team approach. And we already talked about it. This is in alignment with the whole team approach. Oh, sorry. Okay, so when you're talking about here these end-to-end responsibility, for example, our team's autonomy is necessary for it to be able to take and feel the responsibility for the customer service. When we are having these end-to-end responsibility, this is here aligned with this second principle, create with the end in mind. We can have a customer centricity. We can focus best on the customer when we are responsible and accountable for all the steps from the start up to the delivery and the fixation of defects from the customer perspective. So is autonomy good or bad? Let's have a look with the Henrik Knieberg's alignment enables autonomy metrics. So to ensure the team moves together towards a collective goal, we must create alignment within the organization and make decisions based on clarity of focus, purpose, and value. To do this, businesses should create an environment of high alignment, which will enable high autonomy and allow empowered decisions to be made across all levels of the organization. On this picture, you will have here a specific scenario where you and your team need to cross a river. If you have high alignment and low autonomy, we will be here on the top left corner, high alignment, low autonomy. A manager will say, "We need to cross the river. Go and build a bridge." Okay, we are clear on what we need to do, but we also get direction on the how. At the other end of the spectrum, high autonomy, but low alignment. So when we are on the other side of the spectrum, high autonomy, but low alignment, the team walks around thinking, "I hope someone is working on that river problem." What we need is to create an environment where we have high alignment that enables high autonomy. We need to cross the bridge. Now you work out how. So we have here a goal in mind. So here a manager will give you your goals, but he don't say how to overcome it. You as a team, you as a specialist, with your knowledge, your experience, will find the best way, the best solution to overcome problems to achieve here this goal. So by separating the what we want to deliver with how the team will deliver it, we create a clear goal while leveraging the collective knowledge of the team to find the best solution. To make this possible, we have to talk about a specific kind of skills that we need. We need the right set of skills. We need the right form. We'll see here T-shape, pie shape. We are starting on the left side with the specialist. It's called an I shape. And when you're talking about these DevOps teams, you will have a limited amount of resources. To make it manageable, we want to have not more than 10 people in a DevOps team. But these 10 people need everything on a case of knowledge, you build it, you run it, you fix it. So you have to combine these knowledge. And when you have only specialists, it could be a problem to have the knowledge for all the necessary tasks through the life cycle of your service / microservice in most cases. So the T-shape is here the starting point where it's getting interesting for our organization, for our teams. Because we have not only here a specialized knowledge, but we also have here on the bright side the broad general knowledge. And therefore we can build up here enough knowledge at enough people so that we have here a redundancy. So when only one person have a specific knowledge in our team, it is very similar to have nobody have the knowledge, because people could be hurt, they could be on vacation, they could be missing at a very important time. So therefore, we want to have here backups when it comes to skills. When we are evolving people, of course, you can evolve them in their specialist way and make here this vertical line deeper and deeper. But on the other side, it is also possible to evolve people into a pie shape by getting here another specialization on top of them. And most of the time, with the next specialization, the broad general knowledge will also be brighter. And the last thing is here the comp shape, where we have a lot of specialization. And this is not the goal. We don't have to aim for every person in our team to be a comp shape, to have here a comp shape knowledge. So we are fine enough if we have T-shape, but the I-shape is too unflexible for us. And when you're looking here to these T-shape profile, the two bars of the letter T for the T-shape profile represent the depth of expertise. Team members are usually specialized in a particular field, such as testing or business analysis. The vertical bar indicates the extent of that specialized knowledge. For example, it could be here knowledge about deployments. So they're not the specialists in this area, but when it comes to repetitive tasks they do in the past, they can do it here with their given knowledge in the horizontal broad knowledge approach. The breadth of knowledge, cross-functional teams focus on a service or product throughout its entire life cycle. It helps in higher predictability, flexibility, and continuity. It also fosters the engineering mindset. The horizontal bar indicates the ability of team members to be cross-functional and end-to-end responsible for the product. You see here the characteristic of a T-shaped team, where we have here the lifelong learners. So the needed skills and expertise will be changing over the time. The world is constantly changing, and we need people that are willingly to change their skills, their knowledge over the time as well, according to the new needs. Ready for teamwork or collaboration. Ready to build a smarter planet, empathy, analytical thinkers, problem solvers. These are the characteristics of T-shaped teams. How can it look now in reality? Let's have a look here to the Spotify organizational model. At Spotify, they are saying that community is much more important than the structure. So when it comes to the community, let's have a look here to this picture. You will see here squads, tribes, chapters, and guilds. But what is the idea behind a squad, for example? A squad is very similar to a Scrum team. Squads are cross-functional autonomous teams, and at Spotify, typically around 6 up to 12 individuals focusing on one feature area. So the squad is here the team with the end-to-end responsibility. Each squad has a unique mission that guides the work they do, an agile coach for support, and a product owner for guidance. Squads determine which agile methodology or framework will be used. On the other side, we have here the tribe, and a tribe is when multiple squads have to be coordinated with each other on the same feature area. This will be called a tribe. So in this picture, the gray box around a lot of squads is named a tribe. Tribes help build alignment across squads and typically consist of 40 up to 150 people in order to maintain alignment. So we are talking here about the scalability of agile teams. Each tribe has a tribe lead who is responsible for helping coordinate across squads and for encouraging collaboration. So the tribe leader is here more like a servant leader. He's not somebody who will make the command and control way of leading, but he will helping to coordinate. Then you see chapters on a horizontal line. Even though squads are autonomous, it's important that specialists align on best practices. So chapters are the family that each specialist has, helping to keep engineering standards in place across a discipline. Chapters are typically led by a senior technology leader who may also be the manager of the team members in that chapter. And with this kind of structure, it is very easy to make exchangements in the squad. So we can exchange people from one squad to another, and they will still have the chain chapter leader. And the last thing we have here is the guild. Team members who are passionate about a topic can form a guild, which is essentially a community of interest. So anybody can join a guild, and it is completely voluntary to do so. Where chapters belong to a tribe, guilds can cross different tribes. There is no formal leader of a guild, rather someone raised their hand to be a guild coordinator and help bring people together. So you will see here that the alignment between the whole team approach and the DevOps team is something that we have in their naturality. So a whole team approach is something that will fit very well into a DevOps team approach. We have here common goals, common perspectives, and therefore the last thing from my side to do is to say thanks a lot here for listening to my presentation.
Thank you so much for that, Alex. Lots of good information. And as I mentioned before we started, we will actually make the recording available on YouTube so people can watch again. Alex, I think we've got some questions from the audience here. So let's see what we have. Are there any prerequisites for the whole team approach DevOps team?
Yeah, when we are talking about the prerequisition, there are no formal prerequisition. But when we are looking to the whole team approach, something I have to say here very clearly, this is not for everybody. So we have to have people with a specific kind of mindset. We are not having here this clear role description, but there will be people out there where they are in need of clear, structured roles. They are not finding themselves in these whole team approach or DevOps teams as well. On the other side, there must be a specific culture enabled. As I mentioned, it's not something where we can make here a micromanagement or a command and control style. So on both sides, the people inside of the team, but also on the management part, this is something that must fit to the maturity, to the culture, but also to the mindset of the people.
Absolutely, all very important points. Let's have another question.
Yes.
How does the role of a test manager evolve in a DevOps environment that emphasizes the whole team approach to quality?
Oh yeah, this is a very good question, because when we are looking here to the ISTQB approach for test manager, this will have a change in such a whole team approach, in such a DevOps way, because we are not making here the focus on the monitoring control part very deeply, because all the testers in different teams will have here the autonomy as well. So the focus will be switching more to the people management approach, to enable the people to do their work, to enable the people finding their way in the team structure, helping them when it comes to some problems, when it comes to some escalation as well, and therefore also the stakeholder management part of the test manager role will be more and more important. We are more focusing on working with these stakeholders together than in this monitoring and control part. But on the other side, you will also be the person which is the first contact when it comes to question about KPIs, for example. So you still have to establish a way to get the numbers, to get the measurements and collect them.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I think we've got time for one last question.
Yes.
Is there a recommendation for tools that support the whole team approach in a DevOps environment?
This is a very common question in my trainings as well. And I will not recommend a direct tool for you. There is no silver bullet for this question, but you will need the right set of tools. We have here talked about automation. With the automation approach, we will get a faster feedback. We will get the people away from this monkey work, focusing more on these collaborative tasks. So of course, we have to find the right automation tools. On the other side, collaboration in nowadays, where we have virtual teams, where we are spreading teams over the whole world, we have to focus on the right collaboration tools as well. And once again, there is no silver bullet for this as well. You have to find the right fitting tools for you. And in DevOps context, we are talking about a tool chain. So there is also not the one tool for your organization. This could be possible. And from my opinion, it will be necessary to find the right set and the right amount of tools.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. I think we're good at the moment. I can't see any direct questions anymore. So I'm going to say thank you very, very much. And just remind people to pop into Alex's profile on the A4Q Testing Summit website and vote. And just say, stay tuned, please, because there are some more sessions in this year's A4Q Testing Summit Edition 2025. Enjoy, everyone. And a huge thank you again, Alex.
Thanks again as well, and have a great day.
Thank you.